is John, and today I'm coming from one of the most requested places that people ask me to come to, and that is Lakeshore Asylum. Behind me here is one of the only few remaining buildings. That is the main building. It has been repurposed and restored and is now being used as a parks and recreation building. This is a video I'm going to show you what is left and what is here at Lakeshore Park here in Knoxville. Follow me. This building has been repurposed and restored. It did sit abandoned for quite some time, but as you look up on all this land here, this is where all the buildings and hospital buildings used to be. Now there's a rumor that there used to be underground tunnels that connected all these buildings. Hopefully we can find evidence of said tunnels. As I'm walking here, one of the employees I spoke with said that they called them the love tunnels because that's where a lot of the employees that lived on property would meet up and have love encounters. There's a concrete slab here with Eastern State Hospital, Women's Dormitory Building, Eastern State Nurses Home. It's very interesting. It's got some marble on the end here. And it's got something missing that looks like it once was here. It's pretty interesting. And over here it's, this has been broken off. This has been here for a while. As you look down the stairway here, which is original, it leads you to this first flat surface with all these benches. This is one of the larger hospital buildings set. It actually went down this level and down to that level and towered. And it went way out that way as well as way out through here. And if you look down where all these people are walking on that field, there's another building that's set there as well. This is a good shot leading up to the main building. Right here is where another one of the hospital, I believe this is where one of the dorms were. If you look just over here, here's one of the original buildings that remains. It was an administrative and procurement building, I believe. So it is still standing and it is in use today by the city of Knoxville. As you're looking over there, actually stands another building you see just the roof of, that was like one of the employee housing, I believe. You can see a pile of remains here and looks like a bunch of poles in a cage. This is where one of the smaller buildings stood right here, and then now they got a power station over here before you get to the water. Just over there is a bunch of fields used for soccer and fun sporting events. And right here was erected a little chapel of sorts that we're going to check out. Now I'm learning a lot of the stuff as I go here. This is like an open air for some kind of church services, I guess. And I don't know if there was a chapel on the property here before, but it's pretty cool. Look at the stained glass they put up there. I'm sure those doors are locked. Probably store chairs and stuff. And then there's the back. It's a pretty cool structure. I'm looking for some signs or something that kind of tells why this was erected. There is restrooms attached to it here. Men's and a women's facility. Now where I'm walking right now had set several buildings, different dorms, employee housing, and patient living as well. And over here's a nice little structure they've put up. Looks to be like an outdoor seating area for events and such. Check it out real quick. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little structure, very similar to the chapel. And it has just a table sitting here in the middle. Let's go over here and check this out. There's some very obscure, weird concrete slabs over here. I don't know what they were for. There's this strange mound here I want to check out. Still haven't found any signs of the tunnels. I'm sure most of them were covered up, but I would love to find some sort of signs of them here. This mound is kind of peculiar. And over here is where there are some more buildings, more structures that is now gone. It's a very nice day out today. It's cold. It is deceptively cold, but it's still a nice day. Okay guys, I hear down by the river some pretty cool artifacts of this place. We're gonna go check this out. This really awesome stone wall that was to help keep people from escaping here. And somewhere along through here, there's a lot of this area. Used to be a tunnel that led out to the river so you could transport patients by boat. See if we can find any signs of it. Okay, they've erected this platform here, which is pretty cool. But you can sit here and kind of look out over the Tennessee River. It's very beautiful and scenic out here. If you walk over here, haven't seen any signs of any of the underground tunnel workings so far. It's a pretty cool little spot they got here. Kind of come back, kind of sit back and enjoy the serene beauty that's around you. That is a big structure. That is actually someone's house, believe it or not. A little bit of sad history about this place is that the whole reason it got shut down was due to political agendas, I guess you would say. Down the river here in this area is a lot of very powerful, wealthy people that live here, and they did not want this place to exist near where they live, so they started a campaign to smear this place, make it look bad. Now, I'm not saying that bad things didn't happen here, but I did have conversations with 3 different employees and a handful of people who actually lived here, who were administered here. And they said this place was kind of a safe haven for a lot of people. So what happened, to make a long story short, they got their way, they got the place shut down and converted this part. But when it shut down, they transferred a lot of the critical mentally ill patients to either Chattanooga or Nashville. And the ones who were deemed kind of fit for society were just released. Now, this caused a problem. There is a lot of homeless people in Knoxville that were patients here that relied on this place, and they're now out in the streets. Now, if you've ever driven through Knoxville, you may have seen a lot of these people. Underneath one of the bridges in Knoxville near the Knox Area Rescue Ministries was several hundred homeless people who had lived there, and the majority of them came from here. They were released with nowhere to go, no one to go to, so they lived there. Now, recently, the Knoxville Police Department has banned them from that area, so they're no longer living under this bridge. They're just kind of scattered about. So it's pretty sad, really. This was a place for a lot of people. Most people seek refuge, and that was taken away. So now they're just kind of homeless and just living about the city. So that's kind of the story of how this went. Now we're on the back side of the old main building. Here's a foundation that looks pretty interesting. Not sure exactly what was here. I need to check out that spot right there. Let's go around. Thinking I may have found my first sign of a tunnel that leads through here, right there. I'm gonna walk down here and take a look. We got two oddly placed mounds of dirt here that would lead me to believe, because if you look up, this will be leading straight to the main building. I don't know if this just feels more centered. Well, actually, no, it don't. This one, there's actually like a cut and break in the pavement on the road, like they would have removed a tunnel system that went straight to the main building. Oh, I wish I could get in the basement of that building, because this appears to be the foundation of something that was here. You can see the walls over there. And as we walk over here, it looks like this might have been one of the doors that led to outside here. There's a sign down there that talks about Lakeshore Park. Now, this is also very interesting. It almost looks like something's been filled in with concrete here. There's no rhyme or reason for this to have been placed here. You can see there's a form built that's fairly new. I mean, that's not that old. Why would they have poured this concrete here recently? Things that make you go, Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tour of what is left of Lakeshore Insane Asylum, now Lakeshore Park, here in Knoxville. Of course, the main building's been restored, which is kind of cool that they're at least using it. But a lot of history here, a lot of cool stuff here that still remains from the original days. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, please let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you want to help support this channel, I have a Patreon where I send you cool stuff and upload bonus content, and you see videos early there. Also, I sell t-shirts and hats and hoodies and all that on Spreadshirt. All the links are in the description down below, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, y'all have a good day.